Oh, Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Lenora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine a gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great, I'm happy you're here. Is there anything I can make you this evening? Something for my throat. Appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and honey. Tea, lemon, honey. A cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. Sweet and memorable, like Summertime Blues. And is that a new singer, groover, part-time. I really love her profile picture here. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with a lemon and a slight bitterness of tea. Thank you. You're very welcome. By the way, you just missed off to Georgie a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? I've been thinking about what he said, but quite a bit actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind me doing me a favour? What do you need? Give me contact information to him. We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It's possible I spoke more than I was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to a tree. That's entirely understandable, though. It's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if it requires any assistance, please do let me know. It's the least I could do if I realise plenty of difficulty obtaining information. I mean, because Officer George is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I should not wish to communicate anything to anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. I say I've already helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was only accidental. Oh no, nothing, I'll pass this on to him. Thank you. Bad joke aside, how are you? To be honest, I had a lot on my mind of late. I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That actually may be part of a problem, I'm afraid. Excuse me? You know, I held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I had in the past few years. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's troubling. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe in a settled life objective, but I've been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Any good news? No. I feel it's admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. She explained clearly what she thinks I should contact them, however, which I'm thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network to make myself known. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You probably guessed my concern about it. I think so, but you can give me a refresher. Just what I don't understand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. Should, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well... Oh, it's not guaranteed you get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure so a good shortcut is 100% going to work. You have to weigh way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I thought that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both good and bad. Getting noticed is really truly the beginning. But it's even a matter of letting your talent speak for you, to go out there and develop connections. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it would work out for her. But then I was just left wondering whether or not Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try a suggestion? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than spending wheels to every audition I've come across. I'm being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? He was stuck. I actually posted on social media last night. Yeah, I saw. I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. He called me almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. Extremely drunk? Really? He's denied it at first. It was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep down in Fort and entered Kerry Park without realising he'd done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I don't think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. Bus to and from there is not operating after that night 10 PM, which is why I sent him a message informing him of the fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transport nearby. Would it have just been easier for him to call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. I'm not mistaken here, but I thought he didn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he had the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. I don't know about feeling all too well. However, he said he'll keep negotiating until I reach a compromise. Is it though? As Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can we be so positive? What do you mean? Just can't picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, the number of rejections I've had received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would have to all have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if there was a standard, wouldn't it? However, does that imply everything standard depends on the whims of individual judging you? How did someone like Miss Rachel and Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because I don't see it as a be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with your authority to determine their fates, how does they simply seem as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense? Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. It's not easy to climb those hills, but especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or just ask for guidance or assistance. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles. Or to be able to safely recognise warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're saying? I see. Still. Miss Riona? Ah, yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. Well, speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after a call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa. I thought you're located in Bellevue. I am. But I still have unfinished business in a downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly near the end of our call. Which led me to conclude it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. How was he singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. Not for a fact he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. He said he was soaked when he arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, water didn't completely soak through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I had to lay down the seat covers for as his fur got rather wet. I really didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean. Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I need to take care of my unfinished business. A late night delivery? No, I was buying a pie. At midnight? Yes. Quite concerned you might have a competitor? Not at all. Maybe a little bit. I love it when Riona laughs. She's fun. Oh, Fudce, you'll be fine. I also want to know what I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh, why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalised, Officer Georgie had plans to go buy pies for his family's get-together. Report took a while and the weather was bad. By the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. I mean, it takes pride in being a satellite. So I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, there's a very small kiosk attached to a pub, so it's very easy to miss. The spot's known as Disco Pie. It serves fresh pies until 1 AM. Interesting, good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story though. You both went to pies then? Yes, and that seems to fascinate him for some reason. What'd you get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top. Ooh, nice. Good choice. A large scoop of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh. It was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch. I'll live. Little piece of advice though. A glass of warm water might be better for inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information. This is why you're best barista, Fudce, thank you. Okay, my feelings are now slightly less hurt. And what did you get for yourself? A slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie. Just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Oh, good. Drinks aside, what interesting combination for pie. How'd you like it? You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? Remember to order it next time. And so we continued our conversation afterwards. He told me he had not given up on his goal despite the many disappointments. He also told me why he does not have a drive at all. It is, on second thought, it might be better to hear from a story from him another time. I apologise. I know, Pom, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. Before we knew it, we were already nearing 5 AM. Must have been a gripping conversation. I'm not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I'm a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Fudce. No problem at all, any time. You have a good evening then, Fudce. Do come again soon. time for more rainy nights. We'll start with alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae investigation, and Dwarfera Tech teams Dwarfera Tech teams up with Golemix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology, which I will. Speak to Bailey's next time. Where's a teddy bear there? Interesting. Bye bye.